Alright, so quick explanation about firing in games. You never see the trigger, you never saw trigger pull just then. You only saw the muzzle and kickback. Same for Guardians of the Galaxy, you never see a trigger pull. Because you're caught in the momentum and the movement of the game. In this example, the really dark, moody lighting, even if there was a trigger pull, you don't see it because the lighting helps play into that, but I don't think they are pulling the trigger. Ratchet and Clank, you don't see a trigger pull. You just see explosions and effects and stuff on the screen, and the gun's trigger is actually inside the gun, sometimes. This example for 2D, look, it's just moving the guns back and the effects playing, no trigger pull. Even when you're right close to your teammate or enemy, you don't see the trigger pull. And the last example right here is a perfect example. Look, you don't see a single trigger pull as the enemy is trying to fire. And we're right here, this close, you don't see a single trigger pull. Look, even my own, you just see the gun bob up and down. So, just a brief summary, you don't always have to animate trigger pulls in a video game for the models that you're making. It depends on the game, it depends on the lore of the game. What sells an effect of a gun firing in a game is the sound, the kickback of the gun, the muzzle flash, and the effects on the screen and all the movement. And you're hardly ever paying attention to if you are actually pulling the trigger or even touching the trigger in the first place. Thank you for listening. Take care.